Hello everybody. So I got Horizon Dawn Remastered, and already the game's using more than 32 gigs of RAM. It might just be my system with all the background processes, but on my system I'm getting 34.6 gigabytes of RAM utilization. And here are my settings. 4K, VSync is off. I got Radeon Anti-Lag 2 on, no anti-aliasing, no upscaling, no frame generation. Graphics is very high. Answers are off that. Can't go any higher than this. High resolution on, field of view is all the way up. Depth of field is very high. Bloom on, lens flare on. Sharpness all the way up. So let's just start a new game. So again, I'm using 35 gigs of RAM. It's a high amount. Before, I tried to launch it once, and it was using all 64 gigs of RAM
That's a lot
and
of
all
berries.
24 gigs of memory on the VRAM.
You're quite the
So
gatherer,
there
aren't you,
was
little
it
boss?
just and
Come and
100%
see if you
CPU
can find
process,
some
so it locked
home.
up. So you might notice some lockups with this game. But the second time I ran it, this is the second time I ran it, and it went like this.
Well done. That's a good boy.
So they may
Children, come with me.
optimize the game further with patches or with a driver update
She's an
from
outcast,
AMD.
to be shunned. There. Oh, come on.
So I'm getting about 60, 65 frames per second. And I have a Radeon 7900 XTX and a 5800 X3D, so that's above system requirements by a little bit.
Rost! Down here! Rost! Rost!
So we'll see how the game goes.
He won't hear me. Some kind of cave?
So in the other game, I was getting 80 frames per second without any FSR scaling. And now I'm getting 67 frames per second.
Looks tight, but I can get through.
I just want to play until I get to the open world, which may not happen this
This
game.
must be a ruin of the metal world. One of the old places.
Alright, so getting almost 80 frames per second here. They did update the water reflections in this game. They look a lot better.
Ross said never go in places like this. But I have to find a way out.
Most important thing, it's not glitching. I'm getting about 80 frames per second here. There was a little bit of glitch there, but we'll continue playing the game and not be too worried about it. Because I don't have it installed on the SSD. And it was only $15. So 15 Canadian dollars. It wasn't that bad, but it's concerning that it's using 35 gigs of RAM.
There's something up ahead.
And I like that you can still turn off anti-aliasing.
What's that? A dead person. There's something shiny there.
And I did have to create the PSN account, but it was easy compared to other accounts where you had to type in a code for verifying. It was just one click verify your email and it was done. Still had to log into the email though while the game was running here, so it helps to have two computers or a cell phone with you to verify your account.
How does it do this?
So I'm getting 78, 89 frames
A
per
metal
second.
door. Closed. Maybe this device I found can help. It changed color.
There's a computer here. Alright, so 90 frames per second here.
The door changed color too. It did it.
So other than that, I think it's performance-wise is okay. You're gonna need lots of RAM.
What's that? It's got a device, like the one I found.
You think I want it this way? It's the best I can do. He's right behind you. Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man. Look, Daddy can't be there with you and Mom, but
So my
we
other
can
computer
still
only
have a
has
party,
32
right?
gigs of RAM,
Sure we can.
but probably less processes in the background.
Show me.
It's a
Show me
7900
again.
XT in that computer. So
Hi! Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little...
Happy Happy birthday, Isaac. Daddy sure does love his little big man.
And yeah, so
Why did they die here? What happened to them?
And maybe that's all I need, you know? That moment the door opened and you were standing there.
so I just want to get to some open world part of the game.
And the way you smiled. I had to look away or you were gonna
See if
see
the
it.
He found me.
graphics or
They
the
found me. Down here. I'm coming.
Oh, Mother be praised.
yeah, now I'm at
Take my
50,
hand.
46 frames per second
You don't
here.
belong down there. Come.
But this is just a cutscene, so I don't really care about it.
Such places are forbidden, Aloy.
I fell in.
They are of the metal world. What is that on your face?
Nothing.
Did you find it down there?
No.
Give it to
Don't
me.
give it.
No.
Aloy, such things are dangerous.
No!
Let her keep it. It doesn't skip scenes as fast as the other game.
The wilds can be dangerous, Aloy. You will need to stay close and do as I say.
I know.
Now, you're still scratched up from that fall you took yesterday. So let's start there. Take this medicine pouch. I'll show you how to fill it. See this plant over here?
Alright, so
It's
we're in the
called
open
salve
world.
brush. Come, gather its berries.
All
in
the
your
leaves
pouch.
moving around.
Aloy, come now. Gather the berries. Good. Now eat the berries.
Blech.
They may taste bitter, but they can save your life. Always keep your pouch full of medicinal berries, flowers, and plants.
Where are we?
This valley is just a part of All Mother's embrace.
Embrace.
The Nora tribe watches these lands and keeps out the most dangerous machines. Usually. Further downriver.
So this
you'll find
game
a herd
does
of
support
machines.
FSR
I will teach you how to
frame
hunt.
3 frame
Are they
generation.
dangerous?
All machines are dangerous, Aloy. Their power must be respected.
So I'd probably be getting 100 frames per second if I had frame generation on. But since I'm above 60 frames per second, I only have 60 hertz monitor.
Aloy, a machine's coming. Crouch and follow me into the tall grass.
I'm also getting 80 frames per second here.
There. Now stay low.
Little one.
No, Aloy. Such machines are called watchers. You must learn to avoid their gaze. If you are to survive in the wilds, I will show you. Listen close and do as I do. Stay still. Wait for it to pass. Now keep low and follow me across the trail to that tall grass. glass. Come, back this way. The slower you move, the quieter you'll be. And crouched walking is quieter than upright.
All right.
Wait for it.
So instead of 80 frames per second, I'm getting 70 frames per second, which isn't that bad.
That's the last of them. Let's move on. You did well. They didn't see or hear you. Now stay close. That herd should be just ahead.
I'm getting 83 frames per second.
Who's that?
Ignore him.
But why's he up there? He's smiling at us.
Teb! Get back where you belong! Teb! Where are you?
Ignore him. We are outcasts and he is of the tribe.
Maybe he doesn't like the tribe.
And he is a fool.
Then he's a fool.
Come now. Let's find that herd. Follow.
All right, so I'm going to change some graphic settings now.
There. See them? These are called striders. Ha! Get!
Why'd you chase them off?
To show you how some machines startle easily if they detect you and run away. They're best approached by stealth. Don't worry. We'll catch up with them further down the valley. You'll see. Now, I want you to find some rocks that fit the cup of your hand.
Why?
Do as I say, Aloy, and gather the rocks. I will show you how to use them. Go. Those will do. Follow.
Performance isn't that bad.
Aloy, over here.
Where was he talking from?
Stop wasting time. Aloy, come now. There's the herd. All right, it's time to throw some rocks.
But rocks can't hurt machines, right?
No, but they can distract them. Draw them into traps. Like that watcher over there. It must be dealt with, or it will warn the herd and send them running before we get in range.
Warn them. How?
The machines speak to each other, Aloy. Unless they are first silenced. Now you stay here on the ridge. On my signal, throw rocks and draw the watcher over to me. Wait for my signal.
And the good thing about this game, it has a launcher with graphical settings outside of the game.
Aloy, throw a rock near me. There. Come, girl, it's safe now.
Yeah, I don't think this game needs any anti-aliasing. It's probably because I got sharpness all the way up. It looks a little
Harvest a
jagged.
kill so I can teach you how to make arrows. Harvest a kill, Aloy. Good. Now, gather stalks of ridgewood from the plants over there. Use the stalks as arrow shafts, and metal shards for arrowheads. Good. You'll never run out of arrows if you know how to craft what you need. Let's put those arrows to use. Follow. Here. Stay low in the grass and be quiet.
Alright, I'm getting immersed with the game right now
It's time
instead of
to make
actually
your first
benchmarking the
kill,
video.
Aloy. The Strider. One of the weaker machines. But even a weak machine can kill a hunter if she's careless. You must study your prey. Its hide is thick, but there are spots where it is vulnerable. Like its eye. Can you guess another?
The canister on its back. Is that a weakness?
Yes. How did you guess that?
The device. It showed me.
But that plaything? Stop playing games. Again! Destroy the eye!
Alright, so let's go and change some settings. I would expect
You did well today, but you have much
60
to
frames
learn.
per second in this
Tomorrow,
game.
we train again. What was that?
That boy. The one running the brave trails.
Follow Aloy, quick!
Yeah, the water looks a lot better than in the first game. I haven't played through the first game a little bit. I've only played up to this part. But it's using 31.3 gigs of RAM on my system. I have a bunch of processes open in the background, but nothing out of the ordinary. Just some game launchers like Epic and Steam and EA launcher.
I can do nothing. It's only a matter of time before the machines find that boy and kick him to death.
These scenes have low frame rates though,
It'll cause a
56
stampede.
frames per second there.
Kill him.
But I can see the paths they take.
Stop telling stories.
I'm not. I can sneak through.
You will not.
Alright, so I'm gonna change some settings here in the graphics. What if I turn on F frame generation? Will it look bad or will it help? You can do it without upscaling because it's FSR 3. So I'm going to turn just frame generation on with no upscaling, no anti-aliasing. And see what you would get. 137 frames per second.
I need to move slowly and quietly so I can sneak past them.
I'm getting 120, 30 frames per second with frame generation on. It almost doubles your frame rate. One hundred 33 frames per second.
Got to be careful.
Nearly double my frame rate with frame generation on, and it supports it, so that's nice. I knew they'd have some special features in this game that the original didn't have.
I need to see their paths. Almost there.
Gonna turn around in front of me, and I'm gonna sneak by. I got good at this game.
There he is. Hey,
What? How is this? Shh.
follow me.
How do you know to avoid them?
Alright, 123 frames per second. Using 31.4 gigs of RAM, just under 16 gigs of video RAM.
How is this possible?
I think I would play with frame generation on because it does go below 60 frames per second
It is no plaything.
in some of these cutscenes. So on my monitor, it would look smoother with frame generation on.
Oh, Mother, bless that girl. Bless you both.
Boy!
She saved me. I just wanted...
Boy! Seal your lips.
They are outcasts, both. And she is motherless.
Come now. Back to Mother's heart.
That boy should not have spoken to us. It's against tribal law. We'll go home now. Follow.
I know the way. Seal your lips. Seal your lips.
Last time I aimed for his head. And he shot it down.
Aloy,
Same thing.
we cannot.
Okay, so I'd say that's it for this benchmark. I'm not going to test FSR.
Away from there. Back to picking berries.
You're bleeding. Let me have a look.
There is some glitches in the game, and it's in these cutscenes I'm
Look it up.
noticing.
Why? Why am I an outcast?
Aloy, this is not the time.
Who was my mother?
Aloy, I've told you before, that's not for us to know. You were just a newborn when the matriarchs brought you to me.
But nothing game
So the
breaking yet.
matriarchs,
I
they
imagine the
know?
updated driver would
It's not so
have
simple.
better,
But they
would
know.
get rid
Aloy,
of some of the glitches
we
in
are
the game.
outcasts.
So how do I make them tell
The
me?
game ready
The
driver.
matriarchs? There
That's
is
a
way,
AMD term,
perhaps.
but
So tell me.
the
It would be
AMD
dangerous.
drivers.
How?
It would take years of training.
I don't care.
But this is the current state
How
of the
do I do
game.
it? Tell me.
The proving. The tribe's rite of passage held every year. Those who pass become braves. But to the one who wins, the matriarchs grant a boon.
A boon?
Yes, whatever the winner wants.
It's nice that I can get 100 plus
Then I'll
frames per
do it.
second without
Whatever it
FSR
takes.
upscaling.
I'll win the
If I had
proof.
a high refresh rate 4K monitor, it'd
I
be
see.
nice.
We'd best get started then. Your training will be hard, and it'll take years.
Start training? Yes. Follow.
So these scenes, 500 frames per second. Oh, that's because of FSR 3 frame generation. And that's about it for this game. If you want other settings benchmarked, Well, anti-aliasing. I don't know what FSR3 native AA looks like. I think they use a form of TAA in their upscaling, so I didn't test it out. But I think this is how I'd play it with frame generation on, just to keep it boosted in the cutscenes. And no upscaling. And that's all I did. Okay, bye.